Most people waste months trying to figure out how to make money online, so I'm going to save you that pain and show you exactly how I built a $10 million online business from scratch. I'm 24 years old and I'm living my dream life in Dubai, so if I can do it, you can too. Here is my 7-day plan to get insanely rich online, even if you are a total beginner or starting from zero. Day 1, you need to choose the right online business for you. You know how you should probably date someone before you decide to marry them? It's exactly the same with choosing the right online business. You need to actually do the research and figure out if it's the right fit before going all in. Look, I could have probably made millions in copywriting, in sales, or running an agency. But instead of jumping randomly into something, I did the work of analyzing opportunities first. When I was broke, I analyzed every business model using 4 specific indicators. And that's how I choose to build an online course business for therapists. Number 1, it's profitability. And I think that online courses have incredible margin. You create once and you sell forever. Number 2, it's the ease of entry. It was perfect for my experience level. I wasn't a world-class expert, but I was one step ahead of my target clients. Number 3, scalability. Digital products have 0 delivery costs. Honestly, we can serve 1 student or 10,000 students almost with the same effort. Number 4, market demand. This was the game changer for us. Online therapy and coaching grew 3 to 4 times during COVID. And so the demand was massive and the competition was so bad at marketing. And so at that time, my mom was a therapist, so I knew what level to expect from them. And most people had websites that looked like they were built in 1995. And after analyzing these 4 indicators and seeing that all the lights were green, I picked online courses over everything else. And that's how we went from literally 0 to 500K per month without falling into the typical new entrepreneur trap. Because here is the trap that kills most entrepreneurs. The green always looks greener somewhere else. You see someone crushing it with dropshipping, so you abandon your current project to try dropshipping. Then you see someone making millions with copywriting, so you switch again. And this is exactly how you stay broke forever. And so the key is to stop chasing shiny objects. Instead, you need to look at those 4 indicators we just talked about. And once you see that all the lights are green on your idea, you stick with it. You don't change the lane. This is not a dumb test. You know exactly why you are on this road and where it's taking you. And so I think that you need to commit for at least 90 days and execute like your life depends on it. So here's your day 1 assignment, and don't skip this step. First, you need to make a list of every online business model you are considering. For example, dropshipping, e-commerce, copywriting, online courses, consulting, agency, what do we have else? Affiliate, SaaS, and whatever, honestly. Researching each one using my 4 criteria. You can rate them from 1 to 10 on profitability, ease of entry, scalability, and market demand. And most people want the sexy shortcut, the secret hack, the magic formula, but there is no shortcut here. You have to do the actual work of analysis. If you try to avoid it, you will be back to step 1 in a few months. And I know that some entrepreneurs will skip this step and lose time, energy, and money on a doomed project. Meanwhile, you will know for a fact that you are on the way to huge profit. And that's how you get rich. You need to research, you need to focus, and you need execution. And you can do that not by jumping around chasing every new trend you see on TikTok. Okay, day 2, mindset and routine. You can only get rich if you have a rich person mindset. And the only way to have a rich person mindset is to have a rich person routine. During COVID, I built a daily routine that completely changed my life. Every single day, from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m., I did nothing but deep work and learning. No distraction, just pure focus on improving myself. Some days I did listen to sales calls and training programs, and other days I did work on my business strategy. But the key for me was consistency. Every single morning, same time, same focus. I also created a vision board with all my goals and dreams, places I wanted to travel, some of my entrepreneurial model, the lifestyle I was working toward. And I know that it sounds simple, but I was broke and it was hard work, so having that visual reminder kept me going. At the end of each day, I did review everything I accomplished, what worked well, what didn't, what I learned, and then I did plan the next day in detail. Even now that I'm making 500K a month, I still follow structured routines. I like to say that I keep showing up for my dreams, so my dreams keep showing up for me. And honestly, it's a really simple choice you can make today. I think that what most people miss about success is that most people think that they have to work harder. But I think that success isn't about working harder, it's about having better systems. Most people wake up and react to whatever comes their way. They check their phone, they respond to message, and get distracted by social media. They are busy all day but accomplish nothing meaningful. Because the reality is that they are passive. But when you have a system, when you control your mornings, review your progress progress daily and keep your goal visible, you stop reacting and start creating. You are not just hoping things will work out. You are engineering your success. Your current daily habits are perfectly designed to give you the results you are getting right now. And if you want different results, you need different systems. And if you are not willing to change your daily routine, you are not serious about changing your life. Because the strategies I'm going to reveal for the remaining 5 days will test your commitment. You will want to quit, you will face rejection, and you will doubt yourself. And the only thing that will keep you going is having a routine that builds discipline and a reason to push forward that's bigger than your fear. Because I think that self-discipline and purpose-driven habits are what separate people who dream about success from people who actually achieve it. And so it's time to decide which one you are. Okay, so now you should have your business model and you have set the routine you are going to follow every day. So let's get into day 3, learn relentlessly. Here is the reality. If you want to get rich online, you got to realize that the person who knows their niche the best usually wins. For the first 6 months of my business, I listened to 2 or 3 hours of sales and marketing calls every single day. With my brother, we bought the program Consulting Accelerator by someone. I think that it cost us around like 1.5K, and it was all my saving at the time. And everybody told me it was a scam. But I became completely obsessed with these recorded calls that were included in the program. It wasn't just passively listening. I was taking notes, I was asking questions, and going to every training session they offered. I was sucking up everything I could learn about sales and adapting it to my niche. And so those training sessions taught me more about business than any YouTube video or free content ever could. And here is why. It's because when you invest your money in learning, you pay attention differently. You actually implement instead of just consuming. Most people want everything for free, but free information creates no commitment. When I spent 1.5K on that program, I had to make it work. That financial pressure forced me to take action instead of just collecting more information. And don't get me wrong, like YouTube is great for surface level knowledge, and it's exactly what I'm doing those videos. But if you want to become elite in your niche, you need to invest in deeper education. The best operators aren't watching random videos. They are learning from people who have already achieved what they want to achieve. So now you are an expert on your digital product or service, and so therefore is launch day. If launching an offer online after 4 days seems insanely fast, it's because it is. But the people who move the fastest get rich the quickest. When I was broke and had zero reputation, I used the simplest strategy possible. It was called outreach. I found phone numbers and email address of wedding photographers in major French cities, and I sent message to at least 30 of them every single day. I wasn't using fancy email software or complicated funnels, just my personal Gmail account with a simple message explaining how I could help them get more clients with better marketing. And this direct approach worked immediately. Not because I was special, but because I was willing to do the manual work that most people won't do. While others were overthinking their strategy, I was actually talking to potential customers. Here is why direct outreach is so important when you are starting. When you don't have money, time is your biggest asset. And so you can send 100 emails for free, but you can't run 100 ads at the same time for free. And most people wait until they have the perfect website, the perfect logo, the perfect everything. Perfectionism is procrastination in disguise. While they are designing business cards, you are making money. Once you have money, you can buy back time with ads and automation. But in the beginning, your willingness to do manual work that others won't do is basically your competitive advantage. Here is your day 4 assignment. You need to launch your offer today, even if it feels too early. You need to create a simple one-page description of your service. You need to find, let's say, 50 potential customers in your niche, and you need to start reaching out directly. You can use LinkedIn, you can use email, you can use Instagram DMs, whatever works in your industry, because your goal isn't perfection, it's feedback. You want to know if people actually want what you are selling before you waste months building something nobody wants. And so by launching before you feel ready, you will force yourself to learn faster, adapt faster, and start making money sooner. Every conversation will teach you something new about market. Every rejection will help you improve your pitch, because you know we will tell you what to build better than any business plan ever could, your future clients. Day 5, you have launched your product, so now it's time to get market feedback. This is the part that is going to sting, and you are going to learn just how bad you are at sales, and also how important sales are to actually getting rich. My first sales call were absolutely terrible. I was nervous, I stumbled over my words, I didn't know how to handle objection, but every single call taught me something new about what people actually wanted. Some call went well, and I could see exactly what resonated with potential clients. And other calls were awkward disasters, but those failures showed me where I needed to improve my pitch. What matters is getting response, customer feedback, and understanding what actually works. Really listen to what your future clients tell you. For example, wedding photographers didn't just want more money. They want a specific type of client who pay well and wasn't difficult to work with. That insight only came from talking to dozens of them. Here is the brutal reality. Being bad at sales will kill your business momentum faster than anything else. You can have the best product in the world, but if you can't sell it, you will go broke. And there is only one way to get good at sales. It's repetition. You have to get comfortable with rejection, with awkward pauses, with people saying no. And I understand, most entrepreneurs avoid sales calls because they are scared. But that fear is what keeps them poor. And the good news is that every call makes you slightly better. By call number 50, you will sound completely different than call number 1. This call you just made feels like shit. It's good because you are one step further than you were 5 minutes ago. So here's your 5-day reality check. You are going to suck at sales initially, and that's completely normal. Your job isn't to be perfect. It's to get better with every conversation. So set a goal to have at least 10 conversations with potential customers this week. You need to track what works and what doesn't. And the beautiful thing about cold outreach is that it's completely within your control. Even if you have $0, you can determine how hard you chase down sales. You can send 10 messages or 100 messages. That's entirely up to you. And most people give up after a few rejections. But if you keep pushing after the initial discomfort, you will develop a skill that will make you rich for life. Sales isn't just about this one business. It's the foundation of every successful entrepreneur. Day 6, you have gotten some quick feedback from the market. So now you can map out our 90-day sprint. So imagine you are on a road trip without an end destination. You could literally drive in circles or accidentally take the longest way from point A to point B. But if you have a map, when you know where you are going, you can plan the shortest, more efficient route. Here's what I've learned from working with hundreds of entrepreneurs. Most people fail not because they have bad ideas. They fail because they have no structure of time horizon. They start a business with vague goal, like I want to make money online, but they have no deadline. So they work on random tasks that feel productive but don't actually move them forward. And so without a 90-day plan, you will work on whatever feels urgent instead of what's actually important. You will spend your time and energy on what will actually take you to the next step instead of waking up 3 months later in the same spot you are in today. Here is your day 6 assignment. You need to create a simple 90-day sprint plan. Month 1, you need to focus on learning everything about your market and refining your offer based on the feedback you got. Month 2, you need to focus on improving your sales process and getting your first consistent result. And month 3, you need to focus on scaling what's working and building systems for growth. You need to set specific weekly goals for each month. Not vague goal like get more customers, but one you can measure like have 20 sales conversations, or I don't know, test 5 different ad variations. And when those 90 days are up, you need to review what worked, what didn't, and plan the next 90 days. And these create a cycle of constant improvement that compounds over time. Day 7, it's time to iterate and adjust. You don't win by just launching once. You win with launching, learning, and iterating faster than everyone else. When my brother and I launched our accelerator program for therapists, we didn't get it right immediately. Our first version was good, honestly, but we quickly realized we couldn't make it much better based on our client feedback. We started with a simple online course, but then we added live coaching calls because clients wanted more personal support. Then we added a community because they wanted to connect with other therapists. Then we created templates and systems because they needed practical tools they could use immediately. But the real game changer was when we developed our internal AI system called Advice. Because while our competitors were still manually analyzing their advertising data, we built an AI that automatically identifies winning campaigns and optimizes our ad budget. Because here is what most people miss. We got our advantage not because we are smarter, but because we move faster than everyone else in our market. While our competitors were still using the same old marketing methods, we were experimenting with AI tools and new strategies. While they were afraid to change what was working, we were consistently testing and improving, listening closely to our client feedback and adjusting accordingly. The online coaching market was low competition when we entered, but it won't stay that forever. And so the window of opportunity was limited and speed was everything. So you need to take action right now. So here is your day 7 assignment. First, you need to take everything you learned from the 6 first day and immediately start improving. If people say your price was too high, test a lower price. If they didn't understand your offer, you need to simplify your message. If they want something slightly different, you need to adjust your product. You don't need to wait weeks to make these changes. You need to make them today. Because I think that speed lets you capture momentum while your competitors are still thinking about what to do. So set up a simple system to track what's working and what isn't. Test one new thing every day, a new message, a new audience, a new approach. Because the goal is to get 1% better every day, rather than waiting for some perfect breakthrough. Because remember, hesitation kills opportunity. And markets change fast. Competition increases increase and windows close. And so the entrepreneurs who win are the ones who iterate fastest, not the one who try to get it perfect on the first try. If you like this video, don't forget to hit subscribe and check out this next video.